Over the years, we've learned so much from Bella Domicile about how to redesign our kitchen, our bath, what's contemporary, what's the farmhouse modern, all the great, beautiful things that are in style. And we've seen all the different options that you can have for your home. Today we're going to get a little bit back to basics. For those of you who aren't familiar with Bella Domicile, the name means beautiful home, and the showroom is just as beautiful. This is Dana Langreck, and she's the lead designer here. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
So much to talk about, but let's just start with the basic question. What does Bella Domicile do?
Sure. We transform how you experience life in your home. And so your home is your castle. We want to make sure that you love being there. And so that's our ultimate goal, is to make you love your home.
So talk about, Dana, talk about how you do alter the experience.
Sure. One of the biggest things is function within the home, and so we want to make sure that you're able to walk through the spaces properly, have enough storage where you need it to be. Maybe the appliances need to be in the right location, or the sink and the toilet. We want to make sure that all the spaces are working properly that way. We also look at the aesthetics, and so we're taking a look at the textures in the home, the colors in the home, making sure that they work with things that you love, the colors that make you feel good, and then also that work with the home's architecture, making sure that it fits in with the rest of the house.
It's easier said than done. Boy, I sure don't have an eye for that kind of thing. Although you know when something's not functional for you, you don't always know how to fix it. So.
Right, definitely.
There are so many fun drawers here. You open a drawer and it's got like secret compartments.
I know, things you didn't even know you needed, right?
Exactly. Hidden away just beautifully.
And your designers just help create this experience. How do they go about doing that for any individuals?
Sure. So we're essentially creating a roadmap. There are a lot of wonderful craftsmen that can help execute a project and change your home, but sometimes they don't know quite what to do. And so if they walk into a space, the client says, I want to create a wine cellar. What does that really mean? And so our job is to translate that and create a space through words and drawings so that they know exactly what they're trying to build.
This is unreal. I would never think that could be that. That's amazing.
That really is
So if you say you wanted to take a trip to the Grand Canyon, you wouldn't necessarily just jump in your car and start driving. You would want to do a little research ahead of time. You would want to create, how are you going to get there? Are you going to fly? Are you going to drive? Are you going to take back roads so that it's a slow process and you can enjoy the scenery as you go? Or do we want to get there as fast as possible? And so that our ultimate goal is to create that roadmap. What are we trying to achieve in the end?
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's talk more about that roadmap and what does that actually look like? How do you even create that?
Sure. So we're going to ask a lot of questions and questions and questions and questions. We're going to ask a lot. This is a particular project that we had. It was a kitchen discussion actually, and we were trying to figure out what do we do with the dog kennels. And so ultimately we looked at an area of the home in the laundry room of a closet that wasn't heavily used. And so we decided that the best place to actually get the dogs out of the kitchen, put them in the laundry room. So you don't have to come with us with the solutions. You need to come to us with your issues, the problems, so that we can then help uncover some of the solutions and offer some ideas
I know
for it.
so many dog owners that would love to stop having to walk around those big crates, right? That is a great solution.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of the tools that you offer to your clients in getting to this space.
Sure. Sometimes we need to do a little test drive, and so sometimes we're going to use some sketches to help relay some of the ideas. Then we've also got some wonderful computer programs that are going to help us create some drawings so that you can actually, what does it feel like in that space? You can basically do a test drive of the kitchen or whatever room it is before we're actually there. And,
I would need that because I have trouble visualizing sometimes, right?
Absolutely. So sometimes it's very easy in our computer programs to say, are we adding an extra cabinet on the counter or not? What does it look like both ways? And so very easily we can create the same space but do a slight modification to see different options. Maybe we're exploring different aesthetics, and so is it going to be a black island? Is it going to be a stained island? These are tools that really make it easy to visualize. What is the new space going to look like in your home?
That's really incredible.
Isn't that helpful?
It is so helpful. It's so difficult to look at samples on a table and really understand what that's going to the end game's going to be.
Absolutely.
So is that like your major tool then that you use to make sure that they get to their destination on this road trip?
Absolutely. And then we also generate some construction drawings that go with this, and so this is the type of information that is going to also relay the information to the contractors, the builders, builders, so that they know where's the sink going to be, where's the range going to be, making sure that the electrical and the plumbing are in the right locations, so that when our pretty products go in, they're going to fit properly and be set up properly.
So many details, phone jack, outlet, all these different kinds of notes that they are going to need. You have to make sure that's in the right spot and at the right time.
Yeah.
Definitely. We can also help put together a team. So if you don't already have a contractor or a builder, we work with people in the trades all the time, and so we want to make sure that we're able to make some recommendations to get you set up with a team as well.
I bet you know who's good in the area, who maybe needs a little work.
No, absolutely. We've got a lot of wonderful people that we work with.
Oh my gosh. And it's just so nice, like you said earlier, about getting to know your client and seeing what their needs are, so then you can kind of walk them through this and hold their hand through the whole
Definitely.
process.
Sometimes it's just a space that it's okay, but it doesn't feel good when you're in there, and so sometimes coming in with different products or different colors can just help you enjoy your experience in your home.
I want that closet.
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes it's changing walls, so suggesting pushing a wall back or angling it so that we can create connections to other spaces. So it's not simply filling a room with cabinets or countertops. Sometimes we have to make some suggestions to change the
Pointing to the dog crate.
There's
over
the
here.
dog crate.
That's Janet's kitchen.
Yeah, it's the same space, but it looks drastically different and more spacious in the after. It's really, really
It's
impressive.
beautiful.
Love these before and after
Yes.
pictures.
Thank you.
Oh my.
So this was a downstairs area that the client had a busy family, and so they do a lot of entertaining, family parties, and so the existing space just really wasn't working for them, and so we really wanted to open it up, make it easier for lots of people to come in and out, and throw in the TV so they can watch the game at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
So impressive, and there's so many impressive before and afters on the website, so you can go to the website, check it out, of course come into the showroom and get the process started, or just have questions answered. Dana, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Always a pleasure being here. I want to thank all of our guests for being with us today. Thank you so much for watching Wisconsin Women. We love having you, and we'll see you next time.